On 31 October, India will unveil the world's tallest statue, which has cost hundreds of millions of dollars. Local farmers say they are aghast that the government has spent so much money on it while they struggle to make ends meet.
Here's a summary of the article.
BBC Gujarati's Roxy Gagdekar spoke to local farmers who say they are aghast that the government has spent so much money on it while they struggle to make ends meet. Like millions of farmers across India, he relies on monsoon rains to water his crops. Instead of spending money on a giant statue, the government should have used it for farmers in the district, Mr. Tadby said, adding that farmers in the area still lack basic irrigation facilities. Mr. Tadby said, he and other farmers were still deprived of water. Lakan said thousands of farmers were struggling to access water for irrigation. Half of India's population works on farms, but farming contributes only 15% to the country's GDP. In fact, agriculture growth in India has dwindled to 1.2%. Farms employ a lot of people but produce too little, and tens of thousands of farmers struggle to repay crop loans taken from banks and money lenders. One of the farmers said he had laid a pipe underground from the canal to his farm, adding that nearly all farmers in the area did this to survive.
This post received a score of 12,519, with an upvote ratio of 96%. Here are the top comments in response to this article.
How can this project have cost $500 million? Never mind the appropriateness of it, there must have been an awe-inspiring amount of graft involved to reach those numbers. The world's second tallest statue, the Spring Temple Buddha in China, only cost $55 million. It's quite a bit shorter, but it was also built in a country with much higher labor costs.
The 9/11 memorial cost $700 million. For more context,
I'm guessing building anything in the US incurs higher costs than in India.
Yeah, having to pay the workers really drives the costs up.
Yay, and all that pesky safety.
You forgot how the gov pays more for absolutely everything because my congressman's brother Bill owns a construction company and he needs money.
There's a word for that, what is it?
Mercia.
High levels of illiteracy, poor infrastructure, major problems with poverty, unemployment, lack of healthcare, low per capita income, rampant corruption, the list goes on. Despite being projected as the fastest growing economy in the world, the problems India is facing are huge. And the government decides to go in for vanity projects, like this monstrosity. It's ridiculous and completely irresponsible.
This is the sort of shit I do on a casual civ run.
We're living in the nuclear Gandhi timeline, aren't we?
Biff stole the almanac. All over the world.
You'll find out in 30 years.
I don't know how it works in India, but in many third world countries 50% of the value of investment comes back to government employees in forms of bribes for choosing that particular project.
You're on the right track. Definitely going to contractors, GOVT officials.
Going for a great wonder instead of a granary? Classic mistake. It's worth it for the great library though.
Feed your starving countrymen or build huge completely unnecessary statue? Hey, you gotta have priorities.
Not even feed, more like create infrastructure for nations' farms. This is like having a windfall and spending it all on a custom 10-feet oil painting of your dog instead of fixing your kitchen sink.
I mean, it's the largest oil painting of a dog in the world. Seems pretty rad.
Sure, this is an engineering marvel and all, but it's a stupid and utterly unnecessary one at that. People often say that our space program is a waste of money, but that thing is actually benefiting us. Creating a stupid statue is not. The Mangalyaan mission was completed at a cost of less than $100 million United States dollars. For the cost of the statue, we could have had 4 to 5 more orbiters. This is fucking stupid.
This video was automatically created by Reddit to speech. The article and comments in this video were selected from Reddit according to their upvotes, and any paraphrasing was performed by smmry.com, without any human intervention.